This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Now, we always talk about if a hot dog is a sandwich or no.
Oh, sure.
Where
It's a gyro.
Where are you at on is the hot dog a sandwich?
I think it is. I guess the shape is always the thing. Does it have to be round or square, or can it be long, cylinder?
What is it?
The meat.
Okay.
And the bun. Because that would just, then, because a gyro is technically a sandwich.
Why?
Because there's two pieces of bread in between, or meat in between two pieces of bread.
Okay. And I'll agree with that. It's the two pieces with the meat. That's where I'm at. Right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about this. A court ruled that tacos are sandwiches.
No, because that's the meat. Well, I mean, it depends on how 3,000, 30,000 foot level you want to look at it.
Well, it's one burrito. It's one shell. It's one thing.
Wrapped in a meat, and it's depending on how thin it is.
Yeah. A man named Martin Quintana has been trying to open a taco place in a strip mall in Fort Wayne, but he ran into some red tape thanks to a contract that limits the type of restaurants allowed. It says you can only open a place that sells made-to-order or Subway-style sandwiches. So he sued, claiming tacos and burritos are sandwiches. In this case, only because I like Martin a little bit, I'll side with him. But any other time, I'll say a taco is not a sandwich.
No, a taco it's even got its own name. You know what I mean? Like a gyro. Is it considered a sub genre of sandwich? They're all, because we're all humans, but we have different races, different colors, different whatever. You know what I mean?
Thanks for explaining what a subgenre is to everybody out there.
I was explaining it to you, but.
Uh-huh. His case has been making its way through the legal system, and a Superior Court judge just ruled on Monday that, yes, tacos be sandwiches. There could still be an appeal, and the next judge might disagree, but he ruled that tacos and burritos are basically just Mexican-style sandwiches.
Yeah.
All right. Let it be said.
If you look up what's the definition of sandwich?
See, because some people will be like, a burger's not a sandwich, it's a burger, right? It's a separate thing from a sandwich.
So the Webster Dictionary says an item of food consisting of two pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or any other fillings between them, eaten as a light meal.
Yes. Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe sandwich.
Yes.
A burrito sandwich. So maybe that's just if you think sandwich, it's just a giant,
right?
The tipping of what would be considered two pieces of bread. As I said before, I totally.
The taco shell, although, see, this is where
So it doesn't matter how it's presented. It's still the same concept.
But it's only one piece.
That's true. However, it's folded to make two. So when you go to Taco Bell and you get a hard shell and it breaks the bottom, then it becomes a sandwich?
I guess. Now you've gone from taco to sandwich.
It's the visuals.
Abracadabra. But I would rule on Martin's side so he can have his damn taco shell.
Hold on. Here's what. Okay, so Merriam-Webster defines a sandwich to be two or more slices of bread or a split roll having a filling in between.
Okay.
One slice of bread. So you have to have two slices. It has to be completely separate. So that is a thing. But that does make the same concept when I said if it breaks the bottom, it becomes a sandwich. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, it's the way it is. Nothing's made sense here since Harambe died.
Cereal's a soup.
Yeah. It's cold soup, like gazpacho.
I don't eat that either.
I like gazpacho. Hello, JJO.
Isn't it more like the act of you're sandwiching? So even if you're folding one piece, you've sandwiched the meat.
It's a verb. So it's about the verb.
I feel like it's like saying mammal, where it's a broader term. You have mammals, then you have dogs, humans, giraffes.
Well, sandwich is a noun and a verb because it says insert or squeeze something between two other people or things.
Yeah.
Right. And then a gyro is the same thing as a taco. It's just soft.
Yeah.
But the sandwich didn't become...
You folded one piece, or a pita bread, pocket bread.
Right.
You're opening one piece. You're still sandwiching in the middle of that.
But the reason that sandwich, that word, the etymology of that, started with the noun sandwich. Then it became, and they used that just kind of like they'd say, oh, it became a verb because of the noun. Do you know what I mean?
You think it started as the noun?
Yes.
When you sandwiched two people, someone was sandwiched between two people. You don't think that the verb came first?
No, because the sandwich.
Why would sandwich this meat?
Right, of course, the noun came first because it came from
first,
somewhere.
The noun or the verb?
The word sandwich had to have come. It comes first. Then it's a description of something like they got sandwiched, as if they got pressed between, which is what it says here. It's like the girl was sandwiched between two burly men in the back of the car.
Great. Wow.
That's what
way to turn it creepy, Lance.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that's what it says right here. I just read it.
Consistent. Jesus Christ. Hello, JJO.
Hellhole.
What?
Hello.
What?
Hellhole.
Jesus. What about open face sandwiches?
That's called...
That's a taco.
That's not an open face sandwich. That's not open face. It's all it is just piled up.
An open face sandwich is a pizza.
Yep.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Remember when we were kids and you'd go and see the animatronics? I know this has been discussed before, that Chuck E. Cheese. And then remember Showbiz?
No. First of all, I ain't never got to go to Chuck E. Cheese when I was a kid.
Oh, that sucks for you. I did. It was great. You missed out on a lot of things.
My 10th birthday, my family completely forgot about it.
What? What do you mean they forgot about your birthday?
Yeah, until like the day before, I was like, can I have people over for my birthday? And I saw it on my mom's face. I was like, you bitch. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I love you. I know when your birthday is. So there you go.
My parents had too many kids. They didn't know what to do with all of us.
Oh, man.
It's fine.
It's your old man popping away on there.
Gross.
Just tearing it up. Mushing up them guts. Well, anyway, I digress. I go back. So
you're not wrong.
So Chuck E. Cheese
dropping loads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No. Go on.
Chuck E. Cheese, they're pulling all the
Slightly
animatronic
creepy.
robots.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been, this has been like a process.
Well, they did, but the last one's gone now. This is it. I mean, it's done. Done. So they're all going to turn into Five Nights at Freddy's. To likely delight of parents everywhere, as well as some serious freaked out kids, the Munch's Make Believe Band is headed to the scrap heap. The animatronic group that has been a staple of Chuck E. Cheese, which stands for entertainment, pizza and arcade chain for 4 decades, is going to permanently deep freeze by the end of the year due to changing tastes among ball pit set. I don't know what the hell that means, but whatever.
The ball pit set?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the ball pit
Oh, yeah,
set.
I know. I remember that. Did you go into those at all, ever?
No.
You never went to Chuck E. Cheese?
No. I don't think you understood how poor we were.
You could have even snuck in.
No.
You could have Olivered it, you know?
No, we never go to McDonald's, nothing like that. When Avery was little, I'd take Avery to Chuck E. Cheese. That's my only Chuck E. Cheese experience, is taking my own kid. And I did see some snit when I was there.
Oh, it ain't the greatest of places.
Yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is.
Well, for entertainment-wise, yeah. They had a killer salad bar.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I won.
It looked like a bomb went off in it, though.
I won like 8,000 tickets on this. I can't even remember what the name of the game was.
You were living your childhood there.
Yep.
Did you watch the band?
Yeah. I did.
Did you go, Mom, look at me?
No. And God dang, this one time, and I've told this story before, but I don't know if you've ever heard it.
Avery wants to leave, and you're still, no, it's 5 more minutes.
No. Avery wanted this. Was it a bubblegum machine? You're making me go deep in the archives. Yeah, I think it was the bubblegum machine because I remember it was like, I don't know, it was like 1,000 or some tickets or whatever. And the machines got cheap, y'all. It used to be like you'd get 10 tickets and now you get like 2, you know?
Ooh.
So it took a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to win him this stupid bubblegum machine that I could have bought for half the amount it cost me to win the tickets to get the bubblegum machine. But anyway, so we were sitting there and we were eating our lunch, and out of nowhere, like I just, like peripheral vision, I see something falling from the ceiling. And then I hear this lady go, "Well, you're going to sit there now." And I was like,
I was hoping it was a rat.
I was like, that was a kid.
That was a
and
kid.
I look over and there, I don't know
sprawled
how
out.
old the kid was. 3, 4, too old to be wearing diapers, but sure as hell was. And had the wind knocked out of him, just like.
Was he making the?
And that woman, there's no way she was getting up from her seat. And she was like, "You're going to sit there. I told you not to go up there." And I was all like, oh. Yep.
So, well, the mechanical that you did get to see, the mechanical band fronted by singers Corey Taylor, Chuck E. Cheese, Helen Henney, and the Jasper T. Jowls on guitar,
Yeah.
Mr. Munch on keyboards, and Pasquale on drums.
Mr. Munch always been my favorite.
Yeah, I'm sure. Will be removed from all but 2 locations, Los Angeles and Nantucket, of the chain's more than 400 U.S. locations, amid the CEO David McKilp's description as the most aggressive transformation to date. The band, known for its stilled movements and blinking, shifting eyes, will be replaced by giant TV screens, digital dance floors, and trampoline gyms. Just a few years after the chain temporarily closed a number of locations due to the COVID baloney, allowed by filling up the Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in the summer of 2020. Kids are consuming entertainment differently than they were 10 to 20 years ago, said McPhillips. He said the kids are really of all ages are consuming their entertainment on a screen. So let's jump to it. For now, the company is not saying that what will happen to all the other animatronic figures. Once they exit the stage, they're going to get possessed by kids and then start scaring people. The stage for 4 decades after the Atari co-founder Nolan Bushnell had the brainstorm to match a pizza restaurant with the novel video game. So he was him, that guy from Atari is the one that came up with the band, the animatronic band thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's only 2 left. So you can still see them. So that was a bunch of crap. I thought it was gone. Turns out I used to, because Showbiz, wasn't that like Chuck E. Cheese's like.
I ain't never been to no Showbiz.
You don't remember Showbiz?
No!
There was one over off of Grand Canyon Drive.
Why do you gotta rub it in?
Oh, man.
Well, you want to bring up some other fun stuff I didn't get to do as a kid?
I'm trying to think about it. It sounds great. Yeah, Showbiz pizza place. Yeah, it was used in 1980. I don't know when the success. It became Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh.
Showbiz was before that. That's aging me. There you go.
Oh, wow. Old balls.
Restaurant. Creative.
Tell me more, Grandpa Old Balls.
It merged as a separation between Brock and owners of the Chuck E. Cheese franchise. Showbiz restaurants were entertained guests through the large section of arcade games, coin-op, and animatronic stage shows. Same thing. So it looks like 2 companies became competitors. So they were competitors, and then they just sold to them. Showbiz did.
Wow.
But yeah, Showbiz had there's a big ass bear, right? Like literal bear, not like the bear that you're thinking. But they'd have this giant bear. And then I can't remember, there was also, they were freaky. They freaked me out, though. I remember when I was a kid, I would always be like, that's scary.
Yeah.
And then somebody made Five Nights at Freddy's and made millions of dollars. I should have been that guy.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Do you want me to do that just to add on top of that last thing we were talking about?
Well, I feel like you would like to do it so that you can prove your point.
It was that Bear was like, he was one of the main guys, but there was also this was the awesome show that you got to see when the curtain opened and all the animatronics were playing. Here
From
you go.
Showbiz.
From Showbiz Pizza.
Think of those stars from the 50s scene, jukebox heroes and all those screens. Little Richard and Bobby Rydell, Elvis Presley sings Heartbreak Hotel.
The gorilla freaks me out.
It's
There you go. That's pretty awesome, man.
Man.
You got to enjoy all that.
So yeah, Showtime then merged and became
Showbiz, and then
Showbiz. with
Chuck E. Cheese, they became one. But speaking of that, when you go to Chuck E. Cheese, there was always the parents, because you could have alcohol there. They'd have the salad bar and drink, right? A bunch of beer.
It was weird. You could get beer there, but not Red Bull. I saw that.
Oh, that's they didn't want Red Bull. They want to give it to the kids. No, get them out of here. So a good thing that some of the parents could have done. There's a new ingenious alcohol blocking gel that coats your gut to prevent intoxication that they just came out with. So drinkers often hear that they should eat before having alcohol or lessen the chances of getting drunk. Well, now there's this new gel that may be able to coat your a drinker's stomach to prevent them from getting drunk, feeling sick, or worse. In a study published by the Natural Nanotechnology, an international team of researchers have developed a novel artificial enzyme in a gel form that shows remarkable promise as an orally administered antidote for alcohol intoxication. This product that is sure to be excite drinkers around the world will harness cutting-edge nanotechnology to tackle one of the world's most pervasive health challenges.
Wait a second. So you drink.
The gel shifts the breakdown of alcohol from the liver to the digestive tract. It contrasts to what alcohol is metabolized in the liver. So harmful, acetaldehyde, whatever that is produced as intermediate product, explains the professor from the Laboratory of Food and Soft Materials in Zurich.
Soft materials.
So now you could drink this enzyme before you go.
Oh, you have to drink it before you drink, and then you won't get drunk at all.
It pushes it straight through, so it doesn't absorb.
Why are you drinking then?
Well, here's the reason I drink. It's just for the social thing. I like the flavor of certain beers.
Well, I get that.
But so there's all those things. It's the same people do non-alcoholic. It's more of a social thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're going out and you want to have something, why can't you just have an NA beer?
Well, I'm sure you could, but then if you don't have that option, because you don't have as many options as NA beer as you do normal beer, you can enjoy the normal beer with the flavors and things like that as because it does taste different. You know what I mean? There's a big difference between them. And so this would allow you to be able to do that, not worry about it. Drive home. DD can drink with everybody else.
That sounds weird to me. I don't understand.
Why? It's not that hard. You could you need to go get drunk?
Well, no, but I'm saying that's like if you're just going out and having a few drinks, like whatever, like you have a Bloody Mary and a beer. Okay, that's fine.
That's enough to blow.
Not if you're sitting there and having an hour and a half lunch.
Not if you're sitting there, but if you're doing it quick, you stopped in and you just leave right away.
Okay, so what? But what? I'm just struggling. What is the point of the gel?
You mean why would somebody want to drink this so that they couldn't get drunk?
Well, but if you're not trying to get drunk, like if I'm going out and having a Bloody Mary and a beer, why would I have the gel? Well, that's
because you also think, hey, you can stop. There's people that can't.
Right, but those are the people that want to get drunk.
Right, but they're also...
So why would they take the gel?
You're thinking too deep into this. Because I just explained to you, some people will drink it and they'll be like, you know what? I want to go out, have some beers with my friends. I want to have the flavor. There's a couple of reasons. I don't want to have to get drunk or, I don't want to make a fool of myself on a date, but I want to drink, So
this all sounds like problems you need to deal with internally and not with a gel.
It doesn't.
Doesn't it?
I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, I'm like, it's not that big a deal. You could just drink that stuff and be like, okay. It gives you the option of, like I said, all the different beers and flavors. It gives you the knowing that you're going to be safe. If you do have a bunch of beers, you're out hanging with your buddies, blah, blah, blah. Somebody has to drive or something like that. You could take that. You know what I mean? So then you feel part of it. You're not having to buy your own thing of NA beers. You could just, just takes the gel and just
it doesn't make
go to
any
the party.
Sense. It seems like something that is unnecessary to me.
No, it seems all right. Especially, what about, that's kind of
Why are you going out and spending more money on booze?
Because people go to a casino and they spend money there. It's all for the entertainment factor, the sociological part of it.
But if you're drinking drinks with your friends to have social lubrication,
right?
It's not going to give you social lubrication if you are not getting intoxicated.
No, because you're saying that it has to be an intoxication type thing.
That is why it is called social lubrication.
Well, no. I'm saying there's people that will do it and drink. Because there's people that'll go out and they'll drink sodas. It's just not as,
right.
that they like the flavor.
Which is what you do when you're designated driver.
I know, but then everybody looks at you different, and that's true.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Oh, my God.
You're like, well, why are you not partying? Why aren't you partying?
But wait.
Then you don't have to deal with that either. You could just be like, here, I'll just have a couple beers with you, but
like
nothing's going to happen.
All of this seems like things you need to deal with internally, not with a gel. This is all like...
This is what I'm saying. You don't have to poo-poo it when you could say, here, I'd rather have it than not need it than need it and not have it. And if there's a situation that calls for it, which I just gave you a couple, then you can have it. It's there.
It seems like it would be a better tool to have if you took it after. Like, holy crap, Danger's too hammered. Give him the gel.
And then he drives back. Falls asleep in a parking lot or something.
You know what I mean? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. If you can prevent it and you know that, hey, I'm going out with the boys, I want to be able to I have to be sober for this thing later on. I'll go out there, I'll still enjoy it, and I don't have to sit there and drink the NA, take the crap, or not have the good flavors, or, not have to, hopefully they have NA beer, stuff like that. Okay. You could just be like, here, I'll just take this, you go there with them. That's it.
It seems like wasted calories and...
Oh, I get it.
Wasted time. Hello.
Dude, it's just like wiping your ass before you shit. It just don't make any sense.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, for some people it does.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
No.
Because all of the issues, like if you're going out and you're going to have a few drinks.
It's everybody's perception of this is the thought of like, I need to have drinks to nullify something, to have the drinks. That's what I'm saying. It's an option. It doesn't mean you're going out there with this stuff. Like everybody's got to drink this. No, it's for situations that would need it. You can use this.
But I'm struggling for what is the need?
I just explained to you.
There isn't a need.
Say you want, I just said, if there's people that you have to.
Because like, I just don't get it. If you're going out with the guys for 3 hours, why can't you just have one beer and then water afterwards and then you're still going to be sober?
That's you. Somebody could say, hey, why don't you just do this? Because there's some people that do it at their certain.
Well, then you need to deal with that. That's a problem. Hello, JJO.
So the one thing, if I heard Lance right, is that it's not processed by the liver, so that way the alcoholic with cirrhosis that could drink, still have the drinking, but not damage the liver any further. So that would be a benefit of the gel.
Oh yeah, too. That's right. It also pushes it away from your liver.
It just seems like, but why would?
Yeah, the gel shifts the breakdown of alcohol from the liver to the digestive tract.
Hello, JJO. It's still going to go through.
Hey, I got a different thought on that gel stuff, a different way of looking at it.
Okay.
If you like brownies and they had an option that you could take beforehand and still eat the brownie, but not get the calories and not get the fat from it. It's kind of like the drinks. If you could still go out and have the drinks you enjoy, but not get the downfall from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You look at it that way.
Exactly.
All
So
right.
Getting the benefits, what you get it, what you like of it, because you enjoy an old fashioned or whatever. You get to drink it, but you're not going to be drunk. If I could eat a brownie and not get fat, I'd be eating brownies.
Yeah, exactly. The same kind. Yeah, or feeling sicker next day or things like that.
Yeah.
I have to do something tomorrow, so we'll go out, but I'll just take this and we'll hang out. So it's the same thing. It's just.
Thank you. My only thing with that is like that's a limiting thing, like because you're not gonna get drunk from your one old fashioned.
Well, here's what I say. This okay, if you take this, you don't have to worry about it. But if you say you go out, and how many times has it happened to you where you're just going out for one, next thing you know, you're hammered. So that prevents that from happening. So say you do have a huge meeting the next morning, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to take this. Then it's a for sure thing that you're not have to worry about that next morning. Like, oh, I had too many. I was only stopping out for one.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Hello, JJO.
It's happening, pretty lady. This is turning into the old Johnny and Greg show, all the arguing. Stop it.
That's not arguing. That's a conversation.
Hello, JJO.
Yeah, it's probably perfect for like party settings. I got a friend that was pretty much overweight, and when we get together with the couples, say there's 5-6 couples there, he's lost weight, and it's kind of a health thing. He obviously has to make sacrifice to stay thin and healthy, but he drinks NA beer, and we sit there, and everybody goes, "Yeah, just have one, have one." No. So he's sacrificing and committing and dedicated to staying healthy, but still in the setting. I'm sure he wants one, just like all of us alcoholics go place, and we can't say no. I'm sure he wants to drink a beer, but he's committed and he's dedicated. So it's probably a health issue for many. But unfortunately, you got to make a sacrifice.
Yeah, sure. I get it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Hello, JJO.
Hi, D.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Just driving today, listening to you guys bitch. But I wanted to agree with you that, yes, Lance has a problem. And he needs to deal with it.
How did that turn into my problem? I'm just reading the story, homie. I can control my.
Homie. I know. Calm down. We always think it's the other person, right?
Dude.
Always pointing fingers.
I don't know where you're going with this, dude.
I don't know either.
You can learn a lot listening to podcasts.
And only 3 countries in the world don't use the metric system?
Or you can listen to this one.
I can't remember where I went Friday. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. What did I do on Friday? I got to check my calendar.
If anybody saw me Friday, call.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
I literally have no idea where I was Friday.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
An Instacart driver in Georgia is getting attention online. She claimed in a ticker-tacker video that food order she picked up was supposed to be delivered to a prison for a death row inmate's last meal.
Oh, geez.
So here she is on her TikTok video.
This man from prison done ordered him a whole platter of wings, and them folks told me to turn it right back around because he cannot have this. Look at this. I just left the prison. They told me to turn it back around and donate it to somebody else. I ain't gonna lie, that man had me feeling some type of way because I'm thinking I'm finna his last meal before they execute him. When he done sat there and ordered a meal on Instacart. God may not come when you want it, but he right on time because get what me and my kids eating for dinner tonight. Some wings and some potato wedges.
Damn, girl.
Did that have come with subtitles?
Anyway. It was requested to be delivered to prison for a death row inmate. She's a part-time Instacart driver down in Georgia. Without thinking much about it, she took the order and headed to the recipient's address. Then she realized she was driving to the Georgia Diagnostic and Classification State Prison in Jackson, where male death row inmates are housed. She was directed to see Chaplain Miller for death row inmate ... That's according to the Instacart little word notes show up, where you can be like, leave it on my porch or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
My initial reaction after reading the delivery information was I thought it was actually delivering this last meal. When she arrived, the CO asked her to pull her car forward so the delivery attempt could be reviewed. I read it off and gave him the name, and I told the person they told me to contact, which was Chaplain Miller. Once they saw it, they just told me that they couldn't receive that particular order. She was advised to give the food away or donate it. So then she got to keep it. So I don't know why she couldn't deliver it. Who knows? It's prison rules.
They're not going to let you. They're just like, nope, you're going to bring in a shiv and the chicken bone.
Shout out to Chicken Licks and that hella good blue cheese dressing.
Oh, it's the best. I love when you dip it in and all of a sudden a chunk comes off. I'm doing that tonight.
All right.
I don't know what time it is. I'm so tired.
It's 8:04 the Mad City.
Oh, now we're talking. 8:04.
Okay, let's see here. Last meal. What would your last meal be?
I think the chicken wings is a pretty good one, but I think it would be chicken and broccoli pasta Alfredo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pasta Alfredo can go bad, though.
How?
Like, so there's been 2 times. We ordered pasta Alfredo. I'm not going to name the place. And it was weird because the consistency was great.
Oh, yeah?
The presentation was great.
The flavor was just lacking.
It was so bland.
I'll tell you who's got a good one.
Okay.
Benvenuto's. So far has been the best, and I'm a connoisseur of Alfredo, and that one's probably the best. There's times when you can tell the cooks aren't the same.
Yeah.
So the consistency, you like it a little bit creamier, not so watery.
I'm going to tell you where we just had it at, and it was amazing.
Where?
Because you know how it goes when you're like looking for, like, for the longest time there, we were just trying to find a good steak at lunchtime.
Yeah.
And it took like 4 weeks till I finally got one at Daly's. So then it was chicken Alfredo. We're like, why can't we find a good Alfredo? What's happening? And it was like a swing and a miss. Pyramid in Lake Mills.
No, really?
Yep.
Jillian?
Dude. And I was like, I feel like they just poured heavy cream in here. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm here for it. It was so good.
Are you serious?
So freaking good. It was so good. And
that can't be because like right next door is Sunshine.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lane. They have the greatest beer. And they have the tacos that are unbelievably killer. And and their burritos and burrito bowls, everything. Great food. Right next door, you're telling me, I know their pizza's good.
Yep, I'm telling you, the Alfredo.
Get out of here. I didn't even know they had Alfredo. Oh, no.
You're welcome. It will be your last meal.
Oh, boy. Yeah, come in there. Come in there.
It's fine. Everything's fine. 61-year-old German man, speaking of last meal, with terminal cancer is in the news because he spent months training AI to act just like him. This way he can interact with his family and answer questions even after he's gone. What?
That's weird.
It is weird. Here's good old Michael talking about why he wanted to do this.
Going is hard, but when you know that something stays back, that your legacy is staying in the vault and is available for your children, grandchildren, for the generations after, this gives you a kind of, at least it gave me a kind of closure.
That's not closure, dude. That's the exact opposite of closure.
Now, thanks to AI, your parents can talk to you forever.
Wipe that smile off your face, or I'll do it for you.
Just have your mom or dad input memories and their voice.
Money doesn't grow on trees, you know.
I'll wash your mouth out with soap.
And you'll be able to listen to them in perpetuity.
Close the door. Were you raised in a barn?
Stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about.
Your loved ones' voices will live forever.
I brought you into this world, and I'll just as soon take you out.
Your face is going to freeze that way.
Nightmares, cold sweats, and counseling not included.
Don't make me pull this car over.
You'll never enjoy Showbiz pizza.
We're too poor.
It's the exact opposite of closure.
Right.
Closure means you know that it's ceasing, that you have to be able to accept it.
Yeah.
Not, here, I'm going to let this go on so that we can't let go.
Yeah. Like, I like the idea of making like a video
It's cool.
or 3 or whatever.
Sure,
you
but his
know,
reasoning behind it isn't
to
right.
say, right. Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, you got if you're doing it, then that's fine, but realize it actually could do worse for your family than it would do good, because then they're holding on to that. It's like feeding a cat, crumbs. Starving cat
it's
crumbs.
like, I don't know. You think about like the show Hoarders, right? Whenever anybody on there tells their story, the hoard starts after a huge
Traumatic,
loss,
yeah.
right? So like, I feel as if there's a risk that
Right.
this AI is going to replace you when you're gone and fill this hole and become a problem.
Yes.
Instead of dealing with grief,
Yeah.
it becomes like some sort of weird emotional.
1,000%. It's
Yeah.
not dealing with it. It's not closure at all.
Right. No, like you're just leaving the wound open. And although I like an open hatchet wound, hello.
The wound that never heals.
Yeah.
It's one of our lyrics.
So terrible.
Scrape
So
upon the wound that never
terrible.
heals.
Now I'm super distracted. Yeah, you have to. You're never really getting over it because you can always go back and interact with AI dad.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. It's keeping that open.
Mhm.
Again, the no closure. It's just continually band-aiding. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to. Well, what happens when it decides it wants to have a different opinion? Has he tested this like over and over and over to make sure it would have the same answer as him?
Well, I don't know. I think you can stop. Can't you? Can you stop it from accepting like new information?
I'm assuming yes, but all it takes is for somebody to hack it. Next thing you know, you're, a Satanist.
Yeah, you're Nazi Dan, or I suppose it's bad because he's from Germany. Whoopsie.
Yes, yeah.
No.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.